Hey there, Sue Taylor here with Keystone Behavioral Health, and straight to the point about anxiety without all the fluff. So today we are talking about panic attacks. They're also called anxiety attacks. Now, panic attacks can be a feature of any anxiety disorder, and they can also occur in the context of other kinds of behavioral health issues. So a panic attack is an episode of really uncomfortable, intense fear with lots of physical symptoms and feelings, and it reaches a high in a matter of seconds. Those symptoms can include feeling like you're choking and your heart's racing, sweating, shaking, nausea, feeling like you have to go to the bathroom right now, numbness, tingling, hot flushes, chills, your chest can feel uncomfortable, you can feel dizzy or unsteady. You can also feel like you're detached from your body. Many people are very afraid of dying or losing control and going crazy. So these symptoms are absolutely terrifying, and people go to great lengths to avoid them because they are so terrible, which makes logical sense. So what's even more disturbing is that sometimes they can happen with some kind of a trigger, like public speaking, or sometimes they happen out of nowhere without any kind of reason or clue to why it's happening. So here's what you can do if you have a panic attack. People who have panic attacks will typically try to map out strategies to keep from having them. They'll sit near exits in case they have to leave, and then they try to protect themselves from having another panic attack by doing that. And sometimes they'll associate a certain place with panic. So most people with panic have some kind of what's called agoraphobia. What that is, it's a fear of being in a place where you may not be able to get out of, or it's next to impossible. So if they don't think they can get help there, they may have a panic attack there. So examples of these places are usually public places. They can also be small places like elevators, waiting in line, or being in crowded places. Transportation's a common one, like cars, trains, airplanes. People who have panic don't want to be embarrassed if it happens, so they worry a great deal long before they are supposed to go somewhere, and they make plans for how they'll deal with it, or they simply don't go because it's just too terrifying. Now, this video is too short to really do this topic a lot of justice, but what you definitely can do is if you have a panic attack, and if at all possible, stay there, wait it out. It will pass, and you won't die even though it feels like you will. Panic feels terrible, but it's not dangerous, and our bodies are equipped to handle that kind of intensity of feelings, even though it sure doesn't feel like it. Family and friends, resist your urge to try to protect them from the possibility of panic. Instead, wait it out with them. Wait just a few minutes. The attack will pass. Also, just resist your urge to help them by providing distractions or purposely changing plans because they might have a panic attack. I know you love them, and you want to help them, and you want to protect them. So the best way to do that is to allow it and accept it and acknowledge that they are terrible, but it's not life-threatening and it will pass. It's not an emergency, even though it feels like an emergency. Have you ever been to the emergency room with a panic attack? What does the emergency room do? Well, unless there's some other issue that's occurring along with the panic attack that requires hospitalization, which is rare, they send you home. So I'll talk much more in detail about panic and other anxiety issues in the future. So stay tuned for that. I'm Sue Taylor. Please like and share my page, and you can see this video with all the other previous videos on my YouTube page, and it's called Keystone Behavioral Health. Thanks very much for watching.